Hey,
Hey.
yeah, so I was at home, but there's no Wi-Fi at home, so I had to come to my grandma's house. Like, can you believe it? There's no Wi-Fi, like, how could
Bro,
huh? What?
who are you?
Uh, so as you just saw by that video, that definitely was not me talking to me. That girl just walked up on her girl and started yapping. And she didn't even introduce herself, like, that's so weird. Gonna pretend that I didn't do that with last week's video. I mean, if you count that little film in the beginning as an intro, good for you, but I want to make a nice little YouTube intro like the likes of Lexi V, or honestly that's the only YouTuber I know with a video intro. So I want to show you how to make something like that on After Effects. Yeah. This video actually might not connect with the same people it connected with last time, as it's more of like a editing tutorial, and I know not a lot of people are video editors or use After Effects, so yeah. But please still watch the video and like and subscribe. Pretty please. Let's get into it.
Voiceover Zoe here. So, for the first part, I found some scrapbook lettering on this website called Vecteezy, dropped those images into After Effects, and I had to begin to mask out each individual letter. So I started by duplicating the number of letters. So I think it was about 8, and then I masked out each letter using the rectangle tool, and I also placed the anchor points in specifically in the middle of each letter, because the anchor points were all over the place. And then for the next set, I had to take the pen tool and draw the outline for the rest of them, which was really tedious, but I did it anyway. And I just lined them up so that when I'm ready to stack them one on top of the other, it wouldn't look too weird. And then I began to just cut the clips to be 3 frames. So each letter lasted for 3 frames, and then after that I went on to just making sure all the letters were in one place, so the Z's, the O's, and all of that. Then I stacked them one on top of the other, and then I pre-composed that. As you can see here, I'm duplicating the pre-comp to be last the rest of the composition and align it in the center. This is almost the most important part, is the paper ball animation for the opening of the folder leaf. So I cut each image to 5 frames, and then the middle one was 2 seconds. So I arranged it opening and closing as well. At this point, I still hadn't realized that what I was doing was foolishness. So then I had to change it to be 3 frames for each image to last for 3 frames, just like the lettering. So then I had to realign everything. So after doing that, I pre-composed it and dropped in the audio. This audio I made it myself, so I was just finding out where it opens and where it closes. That's what I'm doing here. With the animation on the bottom and the lettering on top, I just scaled it to be 100 to 0 so that the lettering would disappear as the paper ball closed. And I looked for some effects that I did not end up using. So yeah.
It's me again. Yeah. Hi. I want to introduce a segment to the video until I get sponsors. So I'm my own sponsor right now. And the premise of this is basically my favorite reactions or my favorite messages either family or friends send me about a video I've posted. So last video I got lots of positive feedback and critiques here and there, so I wanted to share my favorite one, you know. My favorite one came from my friend. Actually, he doesn't normally say nice things, so that's why I had to include it in today's video. And he says, "Zoe, you got far in our life, don't forget me when you're boss." And I told him like that means a lot coming from him, and he said, "Yeah, it's the only nice thing I'm getting from him this year." So that really meant a lot. And if you want to be included in this little segment I have going on right now, limited time only, you can leave a comment or DM me on Instagram or on TikTok about the video, or if you have my number, send me a message. Let me know what your favorite part is. And yeah, let's carry on with the video. Like, yeah.
Hello, it is currently 9:42 p.m. and I'm editing the video, and I'm realizing I'm missing a lot of elements because I did a lot of stuff off screen. So I wanted to do a complete breakdown of what exactly went on. This is the timeline in After Effects, okay? This is the timeline. We're gonna go through the pre-comps and everything. So one of the first things I should start with, which is the last thing that I would have done, is to turn this little button, to click it so I could see that it's transparent, because I figured out that when I was exporting this video, it was not going well. I kept getting a black screen, right? So I'm going to show you, these are my composition settings. I thought if I change the frame rate to like 24, because we have the paper ball opening up, that'd be good. And the duration was 10 seconds before, but it's just 7 seconds. When you're making a YouTube video intro, it doesn't need to be longer than that. And there's a standard 1920 by 1080. And then these are my motion blur settings. I don't know if it does anything. I never fully learned that, but hey. So what I really started with was not the start of the timeline, funnily enough. So when I had exported the video, when I thought I was finished, I came to the realization that this is not what I wanted, so I did it like this. So I took everything onto the comp, and this is it opening, the paper wall opening. And then I got my videos. I had imported a lot of pictures, and then I decided I didn't want to use those. I just used videos of me like dancing and just moving about. This is the video, right? So what I did with the final open folder leaf, I put an overlay. So we're gonna go to toggle switches and modes and put it on overlay so that it looks like this, like the video is on paper, right? That's pretty good, I think. And also these the lettering that you're seeing, like I said, is the pre-composition. So it's the lettering, and I lined it up in such a way. This is a new pre-composition actually. So I lined it up in such a way. This is actually accidental. Obviously the Z is supposed to be first because that's the first letter of my name, but it's actually backward. And you know, the best accidents, mistakes happen, and some mistakes are good, okay? But this is what it looked like, and I just wanted to keep, like, I didn't just want the video to be on there. I wanted it to be like a slow reveal, but you can't use a typewriter effect on images, so this is what I opted for. Again, this is all just an accident, because logically speaking, the letters after they show up should stay, right? So you can spell out the word, but it works out this way, right? So if this is confusing, I'm sorry, but this is the pre-comp, okay? Normally my thing is very organized. I'm just gonna put it down here. No, down here, on top of the adjustment layer. And then right, so this is the video. For this video, I just duplicated it 3 times. Again, Control D, and aligned them. So this one is to the left, this is the middle, this is the right, and just me doing the same thing. And then as you saw, it fades out. So for the middle one, I did this opacity thing to exchange basically with the other video, so it fades out first, and then the other ones follow suit. There's no graphs on these. Like I said, I just wanted this to be a simple edit, so that's what I did. And after that, this is the second video. You can see that right here, right, and then the other 2 fade out. Very simple. And then now, so this is the folder leaf, right? We have an adjustment layer here. As you can see, the adjustment layer just has the wiggle, and I changed the settings for the wiggle so it just says 5 degrees. I didn't want it to go too far over, you know. I wanted it to shake side to side, and then I put the speed to 3, So I did an adjustment layer instead of just the folder leaf so that everything under the adjustment layer moves. So the videos and then the text that I put up here. At first, at first the text said like vlogs, films, tips and tricks, and tutorials, but I'm not really sure what I want to do with these channels. So for now, it's my Instagram and my TikTok. So as you can see, I brought the images in, downloaded these off of Google. So, and I used a null layer. This is a null layer. So to get the null layer, I just highlighted these two, and then I got the little pick whip here and I dragged it to null. That's the first thing you do, and then you do your transitions. So on the null layer, we have position, so it goes from down to up, and then I have a speed ramp. This is what the graph looks like. Everything else has opacity. Again, everything else fades, so I made sure that the image is faded the same time as the text, as you can see here. Right, so the text has this typewriter effect, but yeah, because it's 2 lines, so it's 2. The typewriter effect, you just find it in effects and presets, and literally just type in typewriter. It also has a drop shadow. These are settings for the drop shadow. This is up here because we wanted it on top of the folder leaf, and this orange one is just a sound wave. It's just a sound for the folder leaf closing. So this is the text. So for the text, again, the drop shadow, and then we just put a scale to match with the time that the folder leaf closes. It's not the smoothest thing. Wish there was a way to track it, but 100 to 0, no speed graph, no graphs are on this. And then this is just the fold animation leaf, which I should actually delete this because I don't even use it. It's actually off, so we're just gonna delete it. And that's the YouTube video intro. If I didn't do so many things off screen, I would have had a more comprehensive tutorial for you. But for the adjustment layer, motion tile is on 111 output height, 111 output width, mirror edges. And then I added hue saturation. This is a video without hue saturation. This is probably not a good best clip to show. Like, this is a video with it. It just gives it a bit of a pop. 15 saturation. And then for the sharpen, this is a video without sharpen and without unsharp mask, and it's just, you know, but the sharpen is on 20 because 40 was way too much for me. It was looking very crisp. And then unsharp mask is on 50 amount, 25 radius, and that is our adjustment layer. Now let us head over to
end of this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you actually end up using this tutorial, like, I feel like if you're versed in all editing apps, you can still use this tutorial. I think it's pretty straightforward. This video is not really, like I said, it's not really going to reach the same audience my last video did. However, I just wanted to upload something for Wednesday, but a better video is coming. I'm going back to school this Friday, and I'm going to be taking you through what getting ready for school will look like, or should look like for me or you. School actually starts today. School started today, but I don't have class until Friday, so I ain't going.